Good evening. Welcome back to the Starfield.
You've got something for me?
Aha.
Whenever you're up for it, we have work to do.
And we're going straight into it.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Hi,
Felt the same way when I started too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Sarah will be locked as your follower if you continue.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
Storyline or harvesting? Yes.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
I kind of want to focus a little bit more on storyline tonight, just so that I can
surface, Captain.
unlock more features of the game. Yeah, I saw that you were playing a bit more Faz tonight, but didn't see your stream, so...
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
I need to sell more stuff.
Is there a type of weapon combat tech known to me?
Huh. Harvest resources right in my own backyard.
Any clue how irresponsible you're acting right now?
Ah, of course. I did forget about that.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be having used everywhere. There were so many facilities abandoned after the colony war, the pirates used them as forward operating bases all over the settled systems.
No, I don't want information. I want to store. I wonder if the clothiers will buy some of my shit. That doesn't look too bad, actually. It's better in green, though.
Please let me know if I may assist you. You won't find a larger array of options in all the settled systems, I guarantee you. Would you buy from someone who is not? I know what I like. I have a good sense of what most other people like, and the rest is just making sure they're pleased with their purchase. It's clothing, not grav drive tech. I will tell you a secret. I'm not sure anyone really does. Some act like they have it all figured out, and I admit I am guilty of that myself from time to time. There are, I suppose, a few actively trying to steer the herd, but most are just content to run at the front of the pack and act like they know where it's going. At the end of the day, you must feel comfortable in what you wear. If it speaks to you, what anyone else thinks doesn't matter. I'm sure you'll be satisfied with the selection. I'll see you again, I'm sure.
like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days. Spreading like a fire.
No, I'm not feeling that bad.
We have an appointment. You're seeing the doctor. That's it.
I...
Citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy.
I do.
Then I'm proud to welcome you to the Vanguard. Now, you all have your assignments. Get out there and show them what the UC is made of. Supra et Ultra.
Problem?
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars. Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something. Sol system has a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. Yeah, bring a coloring book. Get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like. You'll have to ask him, but Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that. Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children.
Oh, brother.
I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Until later. across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat.
By Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! I can't believe it! Is it you? Is it really, really you?
I forgot that I had this guy.
Captain of the frontier, bane of the fleet, Constellation's shining star of stars. Oh, you are definitely the brightest, biggest star in any constellation. There's no maybes about it. I have an eye for these things. Not that you're hard to see with that halo on your head. Although at first, I wasn't sure if it was just the glare. But now that I know it's you, what are the odds? And to think, I almost went for coffee instead. But I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost like it was meant to be. Oh, yes. Normally I start my day by drinking 4 cups of coffee and stuffing my face with chunks. But after being inspired by your story, I thought to myself, what would the great and powerful hero of Vectera do? And so instead, I went for a jog. I ran and I ran and I ran, picturing you in the distance, like a North Star. Imagine my surprise to find you were actually real. By the light of Polaris, it must be fate. Fade? Never! A star like yours will never lose its luster. It burns like a supernova, only brighter and covered by insurance. Either way, it's such an honor to meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero, of course you do. Lead the way. You won't be disappointed. Wait until I tell everyone back home that we pathed the same paths, smelled the same smells, breathed the same breaths. Of course! I'm an open book. Read me, write me, listen to me on your preferred electronic device. It's all fine. Well, for one, your triumph on Vectera was all over the news. But I believe that's only the beginning. The first chapter in a 437-book anthology documenting your greatness. It's only a matter of time before they start writing it. I'll be counting the seconds until they do. 1001, 1002. Oh, I'm not that interesting. I like coffee, I like tea, and I like worshipping the ground you walk on. Well, you technically don't walk. Angels tend to glide. Oh, don't worry. My love for you is completely platonic. Unbreakable? Yes. Unyielding? Absolutely. Romantic? Oh, God, no. I would never sully something so pure with something so ordinary. Oh no, that sounds ominous. Or I could stand beside you and make you my chief interest. That sounds much better. Oh, good. For a second I thought you were about to say something mean, which would completely knock over the giant pedestal I've placed you on.
Alright. We are already where I wanted to be.
Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Why do I get the feeling that we're going to find out at some stage through this game?
Security scanners, chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances.
Envoys haven't needed diplomatic visas since the Colony War.
The law's the law, sir, and that one's still on the books. New Atlantis Security Charter 2308 Addendum, Article 2, Section 8.
Ludicrous. You made all that up. There is no such addendum. The war ended almost 20 years ago. I am Representative Evans Chisholm of the Freestar Collective. I've been coming here for months trying to ensure continued peace.
I don't make up the laws, Representative. I just enforce them. You have a good day now. Someplace else. How are you today?
What? Can't you see I'm dealing with something? I apologize for snapping. No, I'm definitely not all right. I've got work to do at the embassy. And our overly diligent security officer over there won't let me enter the city. Claims I need a diplomatic visa, which I have never needed before in all the time I've visited New Atlantis. Really? And here I am biting your head off. Apologies. I'm just, well, rather flustered. Look, if you have time, could you please go to the Freestyle Collective Embassy and speak to a diplomat? They'll know what to do. Thank you. I'll wait here until the embassy sends the cavalry. Not like I have much choice.
Stay safe out there.
Hey, what can I do for you? You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. I would try to viewport. It'll be on your left once you get into the plaza. Just check out the Trade Authority kiosk next to my booth. Otherwise, there's Jemison Mercantile further in.
Sidonia is an industrial town. There tend to be.
You see that scientist out in front of mast? Staring at trees? Sounds upset? Whatever it is, can't be that bad, right?
Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Could loan us the rest.
Sure, if you want to be in debt to Calvin for the rest of your life.
How are you holding up? I'm feeling all right.
Both Arboron and Tayo are owned by Ryujin, so yeah, you're supporting them anyway.
That's fine. I also don't recycle. Are you going to...
Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people. And Sergeant Yumi just happens to be an old friend.
Dragon, hello! How are you this evening? Or morning still where you are?
Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions, just ask. Thanks. It's hard work, but it all pays off in the end. And I can't take all the credit. Gerhardt, my business partner, he does so much of the work behind the scenes. If it weren't for him, I don't know where we'd be now. Oh, please, take a look.
I just want your credits. Okay, it's around 1:30 in the afternoon. Ah, good to hear. Good to hear, Dragon. Glad you were able to have a bit of a nap.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
Good. So far tonight I've picked up 2 quests. And just managed to find another shop so I could actually sell stuff and get myself back down from being over encumbered. So I came across a... Pardon? Came across a diplomat who was denied entry to the city, and he's just asked if we could go and talk to somebody to help him get in. It is an activity, which I think is this game's version of side quests. So...
Hi.
It's a bank.
Can you imagine how many credits flow through this place? Figuratively, of course.
Are you working toward that?
It's a shame House Maroon abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
It is a very pretty game. Like, if you go back and watch my VOD from last night, you start off in
Stop for a moment.
a cave.
It's hard to believe it's been 2 decades since we were at war with the Collective, when it seems like only yesterday.
I was just marveling at how beautiful the rocks and everything were. Although now that I've stopped and looked at that, that's a little bit disappointing. The fact that the ground cover is literally just a picture underneath a rock, but... Oh well.
The guards will check you at the elevators. Try not to make a fuss. Welcome to the Free Star Embassy. Is there something I can help you with? You can't forget what you don't need. Diplomatic visas haven't been in use since the Colony War. No, this sounds to me like a guard bought a red marker and colored some tape. I'll make a call to Sergeant Yumi and see if I can't get this squared away. Thanks for the tip.
Not a bad little sojourn. 50 XP and 1,000 credits. I still haven't been able to get an idea of like what is a good amount of credits, but considering that I've been playing for about an hour or a couple of hours and I've already got 21,000 credits. But I'm sure that once I get into building my ship and things like that, things are going to get expensive really fast. And I had actually forgotten that one of the 3 traits that I had picked when starting my character was adoring fan. He found me.
Keep moving, right through the checkpoint. The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Yeah. This one city itself feels like it's about the size of half of Skyrim.
Should I warm up the engines?
I am the moth to your flame, the magnet to your fridge, the lint in your pocket.
Okay, I'm already getting annoyed with that guy.
I am your sidekick, your shadow.
Okay, flying is amazingly simple. Like, it's just... Well, I'm on PC, so I've got mouse and keyboard. And this is just literally moving the mouse to turn the ship. Speed up, slow down, all that sort of stuff. Tutorial is very handy. It actually explains things quite nicely. Now, what am I trying to do? I need to go to Sol. L for missions. I need... What am I doing? I need to... what is it? For a moment there, I almost forgot what the controls were.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. And we're done. Welcome to Mars.
Fortunately, a lot of the options with this, like the landing and such,
10 out of 10.
are sort of press and hold situations rather than just an accidental button press will lock you in. Poor quality. Sandstorm. In that case, I will... I made the right choice setting up, apparently.
What a lovely view of the Martian sky. Frankly, I'm a bit surprised to find such a delightful spot in this rather drab city.
Oh, considering that I personally like desert planets, the fact that it's a dust storm is probably not a terrible thing. Where am I going? I was in the right spot, apparently.
Drive. Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to run?
If there are no other surprises, mid-five figures.
5 figures? 5? Fine. Do it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done.
We're on it, sir.
I thought it was just a couple of nests. Take care of your ship. Could end up costing you otherwise.
Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
Also explains why I couldn't see anything from orbit.
Always nice to kick back at the Broken Spear after a long day.
Sorry. What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty red rock? We were told there were jobs.
Look, I get it. But we just filled our last openings. I think we have a couple contracts ending at the end of next month. If possible, they may not extend them.
This is bullshit. I got a wife and kids at home. We can't wait almost 2 months for a job that may not even exist.
Going to have to lug cargo across half the universe to pay for
There's
this
nothing I
feeling.
can do. It's out of my hands. You can take it up with corporate. Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
Come on, forget it. Let's get out of here. Maybe it's not too late to catch a ride back home.
Yeah, you're right. Screw this.
53 hours without incident.
Found a clutch of heat leeches, breeding in the utilities section the other day. Not going to be able to get that image out of my head for a while.
Be careful down near the mines, and enter any active sites at your own risk.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees.
Welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor. Mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat. So long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose.
Yeah. That's what I was having a chuckle at as well.
Oh, that! Oh, nothing to worry about. We do fracking on Mars with subterranean particle detonations. Those announcements are just to let people know when to expect them. Now, you probably felt the rumble when the detonations actually go off. That's all it is. Not too bad, eh? Yeah, no worries, mate. I can totally see how it'd be odd if you're not used to it. Just sit down, or be sure you're within reach of something to hold on to if the quaking makes you uneasy, and you'll be fine. Not so bad for one of the oldest mines in the settled systems. We struggle with the lack of decent equipment, but we work hard and make up for it. As I'm sure you know, we're responsible for supplying resources to Deimos Star Yards, which in turn is responsible for supplying UC naval vessels. That, among other major projects, makes us one of the United Colony's most important mining operations. The prestige and pay that comes with it almost makes up for being stationed at the arse end of the settled systems in the middle of nowhere. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job, off the books. Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious.
I'm now kind of annoyed that I sold all my ore.
Sometimes I wish I'd taken it easier.
Plenty. But if I went blabbing them to any rando that walks into my bar, no one would ever tell me anything around here. You don't do this job for 45 years by losing your customers' trust. See? That's what I'm talking about. You give respect, you get respect. I'm glad you understand. Everything. I make it a point not to sell crap. We got beer, wine, and spirits. We don't do too many fancy mixed drinks, at least not the kind you get in Neon or New Atlantis. It's my belief that the only booze worth drinking doesn't need to be mixed with something else to taste good. He ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea. You in the service? I know the feeling, but, you just get so used to losing people. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say?
Your companion can speak on your behalf. What they will say is written next to their name. I like it. It's not me being an arsehole this time.
No, I've done this routine. Let's skip to the part where you admit you're lying about what he owes.
You calling me a liar? I'll throw both of you out of this bar right now.
Oh, please. Two strangers arrive from off-world asking for information only you have. You see an opportunity. Everyone always does. Lower the price. Don't think we can't find another way to get what we want.
Fine. Agreed on a discount, right? Let me confirm the amount. Okay, let's talk. Last time he was here, Moira kept yelling about the Lady of Love. Just singing songs, all that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Excuse me. Hey. We have the tech to instantly jump across the universe. You'd think...
Let's go do some Martian mining.
Do your part to keep Sidonia free.
There's nothing like seeing walls.
Don't be caught on the Martian surface without proper protective gear. All outside surface activities require the use of a certified safety suit.
I can't imagine being stuck down here gathering rocks for a living when there's an entire universe to explore.
Well, unfortunately, Zara, we need the rocks to make the ships fly.
admitting I would not recommend it unless you wish to test my defensive capabilities.
Okay, that all you mind is really gonna bolster our numbers. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. Now hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need.
Hey, Layla?
Yeah, boss? What's up?
You're the one that's been working on Node, right?
Oh yeah, that's me. I've been adding to you.
Back on board.
Oh, do I have to manually land this time?
What's next on the agenda? Saving the world? Saving the galaxy? Saving the universe?
Oops. So how am I supposed to access this place? Screw this. That's just a side quest.
Hello, what do we have here? See that cluster of ships? Varun Zealots. You ever run into one? Completely devoted to a deity they call the Great Serpent. The devourer of the unbelievers. I'll let you guess what happens if they spot us. No other ship readings in the area. And I doubt they'd be so calm if a vanguard had flown by recently. No idea. They appear and attack people seemingly at random. House Varun technically has diplomatic ties to the other factions, but the Zealots are outside of their control. Or so they say. No, but I think I see something else that might. There's a UC satellite beacon hovering distressingly close to those Varun ships. If we can get close enough to it, we could download its logs and figure out where our vanguard was heading to next. Exactly. Minimal ship power. Go slow. We grab the data on that satellite and jump away.
Of course, if I run into any of those asteroids, it's going to go straight to hull damage.
Oh, great serpent. Bless this communion that we may walk in Janan Verun's footsteps. That he jumped from the Sol system out into the beyond and touched your magnificence. That he learned the truth of the shrouding, the coming eternal embrace. That you will reward the promised and cast the accursed into shadow.
Never would have thought that I'd do a stealth mission in space.
Earth and everything around it was abandoned a long time ago, and the old star yards are crawling with spacers and other scavengers.
Hmm. So I wonder what they did to Earth to have made it so barren and dry. And abandoned, if that lack of lights.
There it is. Nova Galactic Star Yard, still orbiting Earth's moon. This is where the first interstellar ships were made. People still use their modules, even though their star yard hasn't been running in forever.
Forget about finding the artifact. I want to walk on the moon.
It's all ancient history now. its atmosphere. It started sputtering out into space. Humanity had about 50 years to evacuate the planet. That's kind of how the United Colonies government started, managing the exodus. Earth is more or less a dust ball now. You can occasionally find a few remnants of the world we left behind on the surface, but not much. Keep your weapons ready. Never know who else might be scavenging there.
Oh, good dragon. I suppose needed a reason to get humanity off the planet and into space. Also, if Earth was still livable, they run the risk of offending certain religions or political groups or anything, or any number of minorities groups, whatever, by whatever state they leave the planet itself in. But if they turn it into a barren, yeah, at least now I know how to do it. When they were talking about the way that Earth had been lost and things like that, in what I saw last night, I was actually kind of surprised that we're here so soon.
We've docked. I'm sure whoever's in that ship will be thrilled to see you.
Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Do you need anything? Your clothes cleaned, your boots polished, your mirror shined.
Okay, I really need to get a bigger ship and get him elsewhere. Okay, that's a good start.
2 steps in, and we're already looking at a corpse. Okay, it's not Vanguard Moara. Looks like spacers were scavenging around here and someone else came in and said hello. Oh, this won't be your last encounter with the spacer crew. They pillage abandoned facilities and shoot anyone who gets in their way. They're even less organized than the Crimson Fleet. Just countless desperate groups scavenging and killing to survive. you're searching them, make it quick. Running away, eh? Let's do this. Looks like the last of them. find anything useful?
Progress is contagious. Mm-hmm.
I think you need to get rid of some of that gear. We still need to find any sign of that. Want to see what I'm carrying? Bye-bye.
Bad people Matrix 1! Knock knock, who's there? Varun, Varun who? Varun, Varun, listen to that engine. An alien spider beast walks into a bar in Aquila City. Bartender asks, what's your poison? Why did the Crimson Fleet pirate go to an enhanced clinic? He wanted more booty. Knock knock, who's there? Neon. Neon who? You put one knee on the floor to genuflect, two knees to kneel. You hear the one about the Freestar Ranger who couldn't get into the conference? He forgot his badge. Lewis Lipper's bad people bad jokes has garnered something of a cult following in the settled systems and is particularly popular among the criminal element in their major cities. "2301" finally saw the release of Crimson Cabin, Paul Lamont's long-awaited sequel to the hit novel The Fruit Seller. Like his previous works, it's told in the millions throughout the settled systems. Freedom, savoury, delicious freedom. The hag smiled as she peered up at the opened trapdoor. She slithered rather than climbed her way up the narrow, rickety staircase. In seconds, she emerged from the fruit cellar into the cabin proper. Some unknown ally to the dark, had broken the arcane seals that had been put in place years before. Sunlight, glaring and harsh, poured in through the open front door. And now, hissed the hag, I will leave this cabin behind and visit my beloved Vermont once more. Great Expectations, Chapter 1. My father's family name being Pirip, and my Christian name Philip, my infant tongue could make both names nothing longer than or more explicit than Pip. So I called myself Pip, and came to be called Pip. Charles Dickens' 13th novel is a coming-of-age tale of an orphan boy named Pip, as he navigates the agendas of those around him, like the eccentric Miss Havisham.
There's a huge difference between being prepared and carrying too much.
That's why I have an
I'd be
offsider.
happy to carry a few things for you. Talk to you later.
Okay, now I'm gonna find the rest of the people who are trying to kill me. Chunks Employee Handbook. Soon after founding his breakout business, Chunks founder Fred Lombard personally wrote the 3-page employee handbook. The following is an excerpt from page 2. It's like that saying, the customer is always right. Here at Chunks, if we know anything, it's that the expression, the customer is always right, is always wrong. In this case, it's actually scientifically impossible for the customer to be right. They have no working knowledge of our state-of-the-art culinary facilities, and if they had the secret recipes to all our delicious Chunks flavors, then we'd all be out of the job. Me included. The Comet. While W.E.B. Du Bois is a famous writer, civil rights activist, and sociologist, among other things, it is not widely known that he has also penned a science fiction short story. The following is an excerpt from The Comet, written in 1920. Low on the horizon lay a long, white star mystic. Low on the horizon lay a long, white star mystic. Wonderful. And from it fled upward to the pole, like some one bridal veil, a pale, wide sheet of flame that lighted all of the world and dimmed the stars. In fascinated silence, the man gazed at the heavens and dropped his rockets to the floor. Memories of memories stirred to life in the dead recesses of his mind. The shackles seemed to rattle and fall from his soul. Up from the crass and crushing and cringing of his caste leapt the lone majesty of kings long dead. He arose within the shadows, tall, straight and stern, with power in his eyes and ghostly scepters hovering to his grasp. Get back, Sarah.
valuable? I guess they ran away.
Oh dear God.
Damn it.
Eat a stick of butter.
If you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying. We still need to find any... Glad to haul whatever... Okay.
Loyalty and crew, I get it, but screw that. Beg, borrow, steal, kill to get to Dinabola 1B. There's a secret outpost we're trying to crack. Once in a lifetime opportunity. You'll regret it for the rest of your life if you don't get your ass over here. Five and a half, 6 hours in. But I like to take my games nice and slow. Especially, I do tend to take things somewhat stealthily. Or at least I try to anyway.
This is gonna end badly for you.
because that's my mind, can I pick it back up again, or is it going to blow me up? I can pick it up again. Yay! It's handy. Just die.
Set aside anything useful and just leave the rest.
Yeah.
Something's out
there. No, that's the one.
it'll be a shame to leave that behind.
Okay, I'm lacking this chameleonic one. So I think that likely means things start opening up from here. These games generally have a tutorial curve. Oh, excuse me. Oh yes, definitely have the tutorial curve. Origin of Species. Chapter 1. Variation under Domestication. Included is a rather incomprehensible list of varieties of species. When we look to the individuals of the same variety or subvariety of our older cultivated plants and animals, One of the first points which strikes us is that they generally differ much more from each other than do the individuals of any one species or variety in a state of nature. When we reflect on the vast diversity of the plants and animals which have been cultivated and which have varied during all ages under the most different climates and treatment, I think we are driven to conclude that this greater variability is simply due to our domestic productions having been raised under conditions of life not so uniform as, and somewhat different from, those to which the parent species have been exposed under nature. Darwin's theory on the origin of species on Earth continues through 14 full chapters ranging from biology to geography and everything in between. One of the things that I love about this game is if they include excerpts from an actual published material, it actually has a little bit of a synopsis about what it actually is, which is pretty cool. And I have most definitely lost track of where I am supposed to be going. No, I don't need another rip drink.
Might as well
We'll take your
what we
grenade.
can.
And credits can never go wrong.
What's that?
I'm going to end you!
Wrench.
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
How about you shut up with your backseat hoarding and pocket some of this stuff for me? Potatoes, potatoes.